the game. He knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Back to you.
All right, Holly. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So Georgia Southern's offense will have the football first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for the squad.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. So James Madison's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish.
Snags it, and he's open. Lowers those pads. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Dukes want to move quickly.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
The Dukes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the play fake. Looking to scramble. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And if you turned on the tape last week, you're getting more of the same in the first quarter. This defense last week harassing the QB with 6 sacks, now getting out the gates in the first quarter and getting their first one.
Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And the Dukes are marching down the field. Now on the counter. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And the quarterback knew that that counter run play was going to be successful. He did a nice job counting the box before the snap. He knew he had good numbers. He knew he had good angles and blocking. So that is a green-lit play from the get-go. Hand it off, go make it.
And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires quickly. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. The Dukes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Plucks it out of the air. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And tackled there by the defense.
And I know he tucked that thing, and he got some good yards, but as a defense, that's exactly why you're so thankful to be in 3rd and long. You're backed up. You're taking away the passing game. No explosive plays. He takes off and run. He chews up some yardage, but you do what you're supposed to do. You throw that fist in the air, and you force the 4th down.
For From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Johnson looking to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And the Eagles have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. A strike downfield.
But when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the 1st down.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. On target to the left. Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal. The Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the path. He's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find their rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the score.
There he goes. Oh, he got loose. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Reads it, fires complete. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Back to pass. He's got his man, makes the grab. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Dukes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeps it himself. Maybe some room here. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. The Dukes come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another 1st down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
And the Dukes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Dukes! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Johnson wants to throw it. Here's a heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Ripping through the defense. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Here comes the Duke's offense, and we'll see what they have schemed up. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Motion from the wideout. They feed him again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's got him. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Dukes decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Gonna run it. It's Samuel. Hard running there. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Might have a chance. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and it up for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Johnson looking to throw. That's caught. It's Bradshaw.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
The Eagles kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Off-play action on first down. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man on the right. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Eagles go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll move the wide receiver. This time they'll go to the running game. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Eagles! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The RPO, it's complete. And the Dukes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass. Takes the easy one to the back. Crosses the 30. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking.
These last two plays really are a microcosm of why this guy is so dangerous as a dual-threat quarterback. He showed you the arm talent. He showed you the accuracy on the previous completion. And then on this play, it's not open, so he takes off and runs and gets it. There's so many different ways this guy can affect you as a defense because of his athleticism, man. He is a special talent.
He's going to run it. Turning it on. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Johnson wants to throw it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Now they'll run the draw. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. Runs through a man. He might have some space. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Clock still running. Almost certainly the last play of the half. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. Let's start with the USC Trojans taking on the number 20 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's the Trojans keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. Back now to your game inside Paulson Stadium. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the prettiest little stadium in America.
The Eagles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. The play-action fake. On the run, still looking. He'll pull it down. He's knocked down short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Dukes racing to the line in the hurry up.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Wants to throw on first down. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Keeps it on the option. Got a little grass. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Right back to him on the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, if they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll try to pop the draw. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. The Dukes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Red pass, it's complete. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Touchdown, Dukes! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Georgia Southern's offense comes out to get this drive started. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. Zings it complete to the right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Some misdirection with the counter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Quick release on the RPO. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Samuel.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The Eagles back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wants to throw. It's Helton. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Takes a handoff. It's Samuel. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Fair catch is made. They'll spot it at the 7, and a long way to go for this offense. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. The give on the option. They're showing that toughness using the ground game to create breathing room. They've got it out to the 15. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll run the counter. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. And the Dukes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The run inside. It's Samuel. At the 35, he's loose. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right till they stop him. He's got it again. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! They take the lead here in the 4th.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. James Madison's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. Offense in an empty set. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. The Duke can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll do it himself on the draw. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Under fire. It's complete to the right. Makes his man miss. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 2. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Dukes will bring the punt team onto the field. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. Running inside. It's Samuel. Makes a pass to Marker. Building momentum. Picking up a chunk of yardage. Moving the chains out to the 34. Good work up front to get that 1st down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10. And the Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
That's caught. It's Bradshaw. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. The Eagles, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Samuel. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Run in the red zone. It's Samuel. There's a crease. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. Rush is on him. Buried before he complete.
And how about the inside linebacker flying through there? You see those guys come up, and you see how fast they can come up and fit the run. But how about blitzing the quarterback, getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack?
Oh, and he missed it. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Fires to the tight end. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks the tackle. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And they can't make the connection.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards.
Maybe a crease. At the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, James Madison. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the 1st down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
To the air, it's Helton. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Timeout called by the Eagles. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
Man, the clock is not our friend right now. The 1st down stops it. That is great. We got to get some chunk yardage plays, make some hay while this clock's running out.
Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west. And
it's picked off, and they've ruined the drive with a turnover. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.